Hi there, welcome to Cord Cutters, the show that's all about watching all the TV you want without paying for expensive pay TV. My name is Janko Redkers and today I'm going to talk about a special kind of remote control. Recently I talked to one of the viewers of this show and he said, you know, I'm doing this for a couple of years now, cord cutting, living without cable, and the only problem that I always had is remote controls. I'm going through different ones and the interfaces are always hard, or you have a bunch of those for different devices. What's the best solution for this? Well, one new device that's trying to solve this issue is the Peel, and we have it right here. It's this little device that basically helps you to transform your iPhone or iPad or iPod Touch into a remote control for your TV, for your connected devices, for your DVR, for everything. So if you buy this device for about $100, you get this pear-shaped thingy. It's essentially an IR blaster, so it can control TVs, set-top boxes, everything that uses regular remote controls. And then there's a second component to it that you plug into your router that makes it possible to essentially use your wireless network with an iPhone or iPod Touch and then communicate with this and translate everything to your TV. So as I said, this is essentially a universal remote control, and on the online video front, for example, you can control the Apple TV with it and the Roku box. And let's show how this works with the Roku right here. I have one up here, and if you look on the screen, you see it's basically a Roku interface simplified the remote control. And if you look on our TV, you can see if I flick this here, I can then go back and forth in the interface, and let's just browse this channel store just to give you an idea of what's possible with this. It's the basic functionality of the Roku remote control you can do here on your iPod or iPad or iPhone as well. But of course, that's not really that interesting. When it comes, what is really interesting about this is the TV functionality. And if you switch to the TV really quick, down here you can switch the input devices, and I switch to TV. And you see the TV starts up right away, the TV programming. And now if you look on the iPod here, you can see it's not really a traditional grid that I have here. It's not starting times and channels or anything like that. Instead, they offer me, if I go to TV shows, for example, I pre-select genres. So I said in this case, I like comedies, I like kids programming, I can flip to that. And I like news, for example. And so if I want to watch any of these shows that get recommended here, I can then go to the news plaza and select it, and my TV is going to change. Actually, I have to go watch NTV. And then the programming is going to change here. And the next thing that comes up is news programming, the exact show that I selected. And that's kind of an interesting idea because it's not about channels anymore, it's really just about the individual shows that you like. And the remote control kind of learns from this too. You can say, I didn't like this show anymore, I don't want to have this displayed anymore. So it's a personal recommendation engine built into your remote control. That's really nice. And you can do a couple other things. So if I want to tell other people that I want to watch the news right now, everyone wants to know that, of course. So I can tweet about it. I go here, I say I want to share it on Twitter. And then I could edit the message, but in this case I just say send. And now everybody's going to know that I watched the news right now. And everybody's going to think I'm really intelligent and keeping up with world affairs. A couple other things you can do. Some of the TV models allow you to actually go through the menus that it offers, the TV navigation. It doesn't seem to work with this device. But you get the idea. You can flick through the individual shows. And then you can also, if you go back to this, let's change the time here. It says 2 p.m. which was at the time we were recording this. I can go to a later time. That doesn't work right now, 2:30. And then it's going to show me the shows that are going to be on at that point in time. And then I can set reminders, essentially, by saying, you know, when this comes up on TV, I want to remind it on my iPhone or on my iPad. I want to get a little reminder, and then I can instantly switch the channel and watch this programming. So this is essentially what the Peel TV does for you. And as you see, it really exceeds when it comes to live programming on your TV. So this is essentially the Peel remote control. It's a neat device, but after trying it out, I have to say I wouldn't buy it for myself because it really has the strength in live TV. And I, to be honest, don't watch that much live TV anymore. Most of the TV watching that happens in my household comes from Hulu, comes from Netflix and other online sources. And when it comes to this remote control, it doesn't know anything about these sources because it treats my Roku box or my Apple TV as a dumb device where you can go back and forth, but you don't know what's going on there. It doesn't recommend I can watch this on Apple TV because it doesn't make that connection. So if you watch a lot of live TV and you want to have a different interface for this, that also offers you a couple of neat tricks, like you can control the TV with it, you can control your home entertainment system with it, like a universal remote control. If you do something like this, and if you are a big fan of live TV, maybe you want to take a look at this. But if you're like me, and if you're more into online video, TV watching online, then this is really not the right device for you. Luckily, if you do want to just check it out, there's an easy way to do it because Peel, the application for your iPhone and iPad, iPod Touch, is free. So you can go to the App Store, search for it, and download it. Of course, without this thing here, without this pear-shaped device, you can't control your TV with it. But you can still go through the recommendations. You can still see what this pulls up for you, what it recommends for you. And if you like it a lot, maybe you want to do the plunge and buy it. And otherwise, you can always uninstall it. So this was a very different approach to remote controls that we showed today. Of course, there's other ways to do this. If you have a home entertainment system, home theater PC or something like that, maybe you want to have a keyboard. And we are really interested in hearing about all of this. What's your optimum solution? What have you tried? What works for you? What doesn't? We would like to hear that. Send us emails to cordcutters@gigaom.com or get in touch with us on Twitter. We are @cordcutters, and you keep up with what we're doing there as well. And finally, you can also check out our website, gigaom.com/cordcutters. There's the latest episode, the show notes to this episode, and make sure to come back often and check out future episodes.